Now I'm almost done. But I would like to go back to one of the pictures that I showed to you earlier. But at this very moment, my dear brothers and sisters, even our kids, I want you to look closely to the picture, all right? Because we're gonna spend a little time in this picture, all right? So this is a picture of Peter with the other disciples in the boat, all right? So look at the picture, folks. Don't look at me right now. What can you find in the picture? There's a boat, right? What else? What else can you find in the picture? Tell me. We have the boat. We have what else? Big waves. Okay. What else? Of course, we have the disciples. The what? The clouds. Okay, the dark clouds. The storm. Peter's foot in the water. Right? He's ready to what? To step out. Okay. Now, as you look intently in this picture, how would you describe Peter's action? How do you describe the action of the disciples? Who do you identify yourself with? These are the questions that we have to ask. Would you be Peter? That in spite of your boat being tossed around by these big waves, and your only security is to stay in the boat, because if you jump off the water, for sure you're going to die. Right? Because of the presence of these big waves. Would you be Peter? That despite of this situation, this big chaos, he is willing to step out of his boat, the comfort zone. The comfort zone, the boat that he has created for himself, because he knew that not far from the distance, Jesus is waiting for him. Would you be Peter? Right? That you know what you're about to do, is something that was never done before. To be for someone to walk on the water, no one has ever done that before. Right? Would you be willing to do that? But because of his faith, knowing that Jesus Christ is out there waiting for him, he had this boldness to step out of the comfort of his life just to be with Jesus. Or would you, or you're one of the disciples. One disciple is trying to stretch, he stretched out his hand. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he's pointing to Jesus. Or probably he pushed. Oh, he probably is pulling Peter back. Hey, Peter, what you're about to do is, it's a crazy idea. That's not a good idea. You're gonna die. Don't ever do that. All right? Are you that disciple? Or maybe you're one. What he's trying to do is he pushed Peter. Okay, go for it. We'll follow you. Right? We'll go for it. We'll follow you. Right? Are you that disciple? That despite the fact that Jesus Christ identified himself, hey, it's me. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. I'm not a ghost. Despite of God's revelation of himself, they're still worried. They did not follow Peter. They did not step out of their comfort zone. Right? Where are you in this situation? But hey, look, there's another element here, the storm. Don't you know that in verse 32, according to the text, the moment after Jesus Christ picked up, Peter from drowning and bring him back to the boat, and the moment they step back to the boat that Peter have created for himself as his comfort zone, the storm stopped. Oh, I was thinking about it this morning. Lord, what is the implication of this? What is your message to me? And the message that I got, sometimes the storm is God's invitation for us to step out of the boat and to fully trust Him. Right? Have you guys realized that? The storm in our life, you lost your loved one. You lost your job. You don't have money. You don't have anything to eat. You have nowhere to stay. Broken relationship. These are the storms in our life. And by looking at this situation, I came to the conclusion that sometimes, storms in our life is God's invitation for us to step out of the boat in order for us to completely trust Him. And the moment that we trust Him, He will carry us going back to our boat. And after He carry us back to our boat, that is when the storm will stop. Did you guys get that picture? That is a very profound and beautiful picture to imagine. My dear brothers and sisters, the call for us again today is for you and me to step out of our boat. Accept the challenge to come to God. Yes, it might be difficult. It might not be comfortable, right? You might experience some struggle, some hindrances along the way. But you need to fix your eyes on Jesus, because He will be there for you. And if ever you are like Peter, that you will stumble, because we are all guilty of committing sins, right? He is there to pick you up and to bring you back to where you are going to be safe. We are all guilty of this, my dear brothers and sisters. By creating our comfort zone, we thought that is the place that can save us. That is the place where we can be comfortable. We call it stress-free life. These are the comfort zones that we have created. As if we're doing this because life in this world is what? A struggle, survival. You need to survive, right? You need to have 2 jobs. You need to survive. And we need to create that comfort zone. But don't you know that according to the Bible, my dear friends, in Luke chapter 9, verse 24, for whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me will save it. My dear brothers and sisters, yes, we want to survive. We want to live in this world. And by doing so, we're using the wrong formula. Step out of your boat. Trust in God. And allow Him to take the steering wheel of your boat. And He will be your captain. He will be your pilot. And He will make sure that you will cross the sea and bring you to where you're supposed to be, in a place where you will be safe. My dear brothers and sisters, this is the challenge that God wants us to hear today. My question is, are you willing to take that first step out of your boat? May God bless us.